This is the notebook that every stationery snob looks at and goes, yeah, that's legit. Prepare to feast your eyes on a notebook whose pages are so thick, they almost feel like construction paper. And they somehow crammed over 150 pages inside? That sounds pretty awesome, right? If you're new around these parts, one of the things I really like to talk about is awesome, weird, and super niche stationery items, and the never-ending quest for the perfect bullet journal setup. Today, I'm looking at the Yop and Tom A5 Dot Grid journal in a notebook that's been popping up all over the journaling community lately, and now that I own one, I completely understand why. Yop and Tom is a small company based out of London, UK. Founded by two friends on a mission to create what they describe as the ideal journal to make analog life more functional and purposeful. That's a fairly bold claim. So does this notebook live up to the lofty expectations that Yop and Tom have set for it amidst their marketing? Let's find out. All right, first impressions. The charcoal colorway is a nice deep matte black. It's really stunning. It photographs beautifully and looks equally great in person. The star of the show is on the front. It's this debossed hummingbird in gold foil. This journal does come in other designs though. It's crisp, it's clean, and catches the light in a way that feels really premium without being kind of tacky. It's bright and crisp against the cover, and it's the kind of design detail that makes you want to pick it up off a shelf. The journal itself comes in 4 different colors: midnight blue, charcoal, blush pink, and forest green. So there's kind of something for everybody. But the charcoal, yes, this is the one for me. That's the vibe. Well, at least my vibe. The first thing you'll notice when you pick it up is the weight. It has a satisfying heft to it. It's not too heavy though. It immediately signals quality to me. And the cover material, which we'll get into more in the build quality section of this video, has this almost tactile softness that makes a great first impression. Okay, let's run through the specs because this journal is actually loaded with features. Here's what you're getting. First, this is the A5 size. It's the standard bullet journal sizing and it fits easily in most bags. The paper is rated at 160 GSM. That is really thick. It's paper white, it's uncoated and acid-free. It has 160 pages in total, with 152 of those dedicated to dot grid pages. The cover is vegan leather, and it's mildly stain resistant. I'm not really sure what that means. The binding is sewn lay flat binding, which is really nice. There's a key page inside, an index page, and a pen test page at the back. There's also some nice navigation aids. Page numbers are printed on every page, plus center point grid markers on each spread. There's also some extras. There's 2 bookmark ribbons, a back page envelope. It has nice rounded corners, an elastic fastener, and there's a free and detachable grid spacing guide included. That's a lot of thoughtful features in one package. The center point grid markers in particular are something I want to flag because experienced bullet journalers will appreciate those grid markers, which have become invaluable, significantly cutting down the time spent counting dots when trying to center text and design spreads. The included grid guide is also a nice bonus. It's a detachable card that helps you plan your layout. A useful touch, especially if you're newer to bullet journaling and still trying to figure out your spacing systems. The journal sells for $27.99 US on Amazon, and that puts it right in the same tier as Notebook Therapy, Archer and Olive, and the official Lecterm 1917 Bullet Journal Edition. All right, let's talk about the thing that actually makes or breaks a bullet journal. It's the paper. Yop and Tom uses 160 GSM pure white uncoated paper, and this is the headline feature for a notebook like this. For context, the beloved Lecterm 1917 runs on 80 GSM paper, and it does show some ghosting on the backside of pages. The Rhodia, widely considered a gold standard for journal paper, uses 90 GSM. So at 160 GSM, the Yop and Tom is doubling those numbers. But how does that translate into real-world results? Well, as a longtime journaler who has tried a lot of different bullet journals on the market, this is easily one of the thickest and most resistant papers to bleed through or ghosting that I've ever seen. I've seen people use watercolor paints or India ink markers on this journal, and it works perfectly. And while 160 GSM paper is amazing, you will still get a bit of bleed through with a Sharpie. The paper here is thick, but the coating that they are using on it will mean that fountain pens will require a slightly longer dry time than with other papers that you may have used. So that's just something to be aware of if you're a heavy fountain pen user. The paper itself has a very silky and smooth feel to it. The paper color is definitely bright white. Not ivory, not cream. If you like your spreads to really pop with color, this is great. Pastels and lighter colors will stay true rather than reading warm against a cream background. The dots themselves are printed slightly on the darker side for a dot grid journal. They're fairly visible, which is great if you've ever struggled to see the dots in something like a lectern. Some minimalist journalers who prefer barely there dots might find them slightly prominent, but for most users, this is a benefit. Bottom line on paper, it's excellent, especially for the price. It's above average as compared to other 160 GSM paper I've tried in the past. The internal layout has clearly been thought through by people who actually use bullet journals, which sounds obvious, but you'd be surprised how many journals get this wrong. You get a key page, an index page at the front using Roman numerals, followed by 152 numbered dot grid pages. One small thing to be aware of, though, is that the actual numbered page count falls slightly short of the advertised 160. The total comes out closer to 156 or 157, depending on how you count. It's a minor discrepancy, but if you're a meticulous planner who budgets pages for the year in advance, it's worth knowing that going in. The page numbers are printed at the bottom and the right and left corners of each page, and clean, unobtrusive, and super practical for indexing your collections. The center point markers on each page grid are a feature I'm coming back to. They're a small thing that saves a meaningful amount of time when you're centering headers or dividing a page into various sections. At the back, you'll also find a back page envelope deep enough to be useful for, notes, loose stickers, washi tape samples, business cards, and planning inserts. The elastic enclosure keeps everything secure while you're on the go, though I have noticed that the elastic band does leave a bit of a dent on the cover over time, especially on the edges on the bottom and top. It's not a deal breaker, and it happens with some other journals as well, but just something to be aware of. And you've got 2 ribbon markers, which is always great. Let's talk about how this thing is put together. The vegan leather hardcover is sublime. Yap and Tom describes it as mildly stain resistant, and in practice, the soft touch finish is smooth, comfortable to hold, and resists casual marks and fingerprints relatively well. The sewn lay-flat binding is listed as a feature, and while most people that have used it find it lies flat reasonably well, I do have to admit that it's not as flat as I would have hoped for, and does require a bit of manual coaxing, particularly in the early pages. Overall build quality, though, is very good. At this price, there's not a lot to complain about here. So, is the Yop and Tom A5 dot grid journal worth your money? For most bullet journalers, yeah, there's no question about it. The paper is the hero here. 160 GSM that handles most tools with the confidence is a meaningful upgrade over the journals that have traditionally dominated this space. The design is beautiful, the feature set is expansive, and the price sits at a fair point for what you're getting. The caveats are real but manageable. The fact that many buyers are purchasing their second, third, and fourth Yop and Tom journal has got to tell you something. This is a brand people come back to for a reason. So who is this journal perfect for? Well, bullet journalers who love decorative spreads, people who use brush pens or you like to do watercolor, people who've been frustrated by bleed-through in the Electrum notebooks. Anyone who wants a journal that looks as good on a shelf as it does when you open it up. Who might want something else? Well, if you're a fountain pen purist who prioritizes silky paper smoothness above all, you'll probably still prefer the Rhodia. Hardcore minimalists who want barely visible dots may be mildly bothered by the darker dot grid on this journal. My final rating? I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. Okay, that's it for this review. If you want to pick one of these up, I've left a link in the description below. And of course, if you found this review helpful, give this video a like and subscribe for other stationery reviews like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.